name's Erica Harris. I'm a licensed clinical professional counselor. Okay. I saw that you went over the confidentiality agreement. You read over. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to stop me or let me know. Okay?
Okay.
So what brings you in today?
Well, I'm basically just stressed about school, and work, and my future after I graduate in May.
Asking you out about school.
Well, I was an education major, and I currently just switched to psychology. I currently switched to psychology, so I feel like I won't be able to get a job right away as I would have if I stayed as an education major. And I'm currently failing one of my classes that I need and able to graduate on time.
So is education something that you wanted to, is it something that you were super passionate about that you really wanted to pursue?
Well, at first I thought I did, but no. The reason I started as an education major was because my mom was a kindergarten assistant. So throughout the years, I would go to her classroom every day for about an hour or so, and I would just play with the kindergartners. So growing up, that's what I thought I wanted to do because I was just so used to it and it felt natural. And then I recently got a job working at a high school in the offices, so I thought it was pretty okay. I didn't mind going. But since I switched, I'm not bummed that I didn't stay as an education major. I just don't know what to do with it.
Okay. Say when you graduate in May, hopefully you graduate in May, education's not something that you would go back to later down the line once you have a job, maybe to take night classes or anything like that.
No, I don't think I would. If I was to get my master's, it would probably be something else that could go hand in hand with my psych degree, probably not education, but that's what I think right now.
Okay. So you talked about how your mom was a kindergarten assistant, so you kind of felt like you were already heading that way since it was at home with you and it wasn't something that you were just set on. So you were more comfortable in that field because you've been around it.
Yeah.
Okay. You were also talking about how you were feeling stressed about graduation coming soon and you were failing one of your classes?
Yeah, I'm failing my learning and memory class with Professor Babbage. I currently have a 69 in that class. We meet once a week, every Wednesday. It's a night class, about 3 hours long. So Wednesdays are my long days. I'm at school from 8 till 9:30. I usually just pay attention for the first hour, and the next 2 hours I doze off. I don't pay attention. And I do my homework the couple hours before the class, so I need to pass that class and be able to graduate in May. And I'm not sure if I'm going to pull it off or not.
So you said you only pay attention for about the first hour of class, and then the next 2 you doze off. I know that night classes, 3-hour classes can be very hard to pay attention. Mm-hmm. One thing that do you ever go on in this class while you're there, do you go on your computer or social media since you're bored with the class or on your phone?
Yeah, I try not to, but I end up being on it around like the second hour or so. I feel like, she's going over the PowerPoint and she's explaining it, and I think, I could always go back to it and just look at it since it's on Canvas. So I just end up on Facebook and Twitter for the last 2 hours.
So do you think that you would learn better when she's going over the PowerPoints and reading them and giving examples than you just going over the PowerPoints? That way you have a better understanding during class?
Yeah, because she does provide other examples that are not in her PowerPoints. So I know for the first hour I do pay attention, I do learn for that first hour, but the last 2 I doze off and I don't.
Okay. Have you ever tried maybe keeping like your phone in your book bag or in the car maybe and then instead of bringing like your iPad or your laptop to class, maybe just bringing a notebook and having to write. That way you don't doze as much off, and you're not as distracted.
No, I haven't thought about that, but I think that would probably work, like printing out the PowerPoints so I have no internet access. I think that would work.
Let's talk about you prepping for your tests for this class, since you said you're failing this class. So what are some ways that you prep to get ready for a test?
Well, she does provide study guides a week before the exam. And I usually do the study guides the day before.
So you said that she provides them a week in advance. Does she also provide the PowerPoints a week in advance?
Yeah, all the PowerPoints are on Canvas.
Okay. So do you think, since everything is pretty much a week or a week and a half advance, maybe you could print off the study guide right when she puts it up online, and then during class when she's going over the PowerPoints, having that study guide in front of you and you just filling it in, and then that way you're also paying attention in class because it's helping you pay attention and helping you get ready for your test. That way when the test comes, your study guide's already done and you can just study from it, and it'll help you understand and get a better understanding during class with the material.
Okay, sounds like a good idea to me.
And she also, you said, puts the PowerPoints up early too. So even before going to class, you can maybe go through the PowerPoints or the book on your own time and going through your study guide, filling it in then, and then even when you get to class, filling it in with more detail once she's presenting the lecture.
Okay.
To help you. You also talked about how you were nervous for your future.
Yeah, well, I feel since I switched to a psychology major and I'm graduating in May, I feel like I won't be able to get a job right away or at all, because I feel like all jobs with a psych degree require a master's degree, and I'm not planning on getting a master's degree anytime soon at all. So I feel like I won't be able to find a job, which means I won't be able to pay my debt, which means I won't have money. And I feel like I don't have experience at all as well.
Okay.
So I don't know what to do.
Okay. So you talked about graduation coming up in your classes, and you're not doing well in those classes. So again, have you ever tried going to your teachers, asking them for help outside of class?
No. I'm usually shy and I don't like asking for help, and I feel like they're just going to tell me to study and to read and to look at the PowerPoints, and I feel like I already know that.
Okay. Well, remember, it never hurts to ask. Some teachers are very understanding, especially, if you have a heavy workload or if a family emergency happens, etc. So it never hurts to ask, and again, they're there to help you. Okay. You also talked about how you're stressed out with the money situation of going back to school. So that's why you do want to graduate on time. Have you ever thought about, I know some jobs help you pay to go back to school or help you pay for school. Have you ever thought about that or looking up jobs in that field?
No, I haven't thought about it, but I could look into it and see.
Okay. So what else do you feel nervous or you get anxious about since graduation is coming so close to an end?
Just pretty much I don't know what to do with my life or what career is going to open up doors for me with just a bachelor's degree.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 100, how are you feeling about your future?
I feel pretty much about a 20, since I don't know what to do.
Okay.
Or how my future is going to look like.
Any specific field that you would like to go in that program?
Well, I really haven't looked into that.
I know a lot of people are more interested in the clinical part, more interested in that schooling part, or maybe even like advising or just working at an actual practice, private owned practice, or etc.
I don't think I would go back to a school-related field like counseling. I feel like since psychology is pretty broad, I have considered or just thought about it like yesterday about getting into some kind of like office work since that's what I do at a high school. I'm at the offices, so I feel like I'm comfortable with that, but I'm not sure if I'm willing to stick to that.
Okay. So going with, you said that you're more comfortable in an office setting and atmosphere. Is it more just being in that atmosphere, or would you like to go into the psychology part and being in an office? Because you know that you can go into like a corporate America and work in an office with just a bachelor's degree in any program.
Okay. I didn't know that. I haven't looked into that. I just thought that to get a good job, you need a master's degree with the psych bachelor's. So.
Okay. Have you ever thought about maybe going into corporate America, or could you ever see yourself going into that now knowing?
Yeah, I could see myself now knowing about that. I see myself doing that more than education, that's for sure.
Okay. So, since you said that you don't always, that you didn't know that you could only have a bachelor's, you thought you needed a master's, definitely I think that you could do some research and go online and look up some different jobs that offer only bachelor's for psych. I mean, there's definitely other opportunities and outlets out there that you can use. You can even go to St. Xavier to the Career Center and Career Services. They'll help you. Or even, have you ever thought about maybe doing like advising here or anything like that?
I could see myself doing that. I haven't got to Career Services though.
Okay. There's a website that you can actually go to online. It's called Indeed. And what you can do is you can actually plug in the degree that you have and then the different entry levels, and they'll help you see where you could be at with that and help you find different jobs, and that can help you with the path that you want to take.
Okay, I didn't know that, but I'll look into that.
So after talking, on a scale of 1 to 100, how do you feel?
I feel pretty much a good 80.
Good 80.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, some things that we are going to go over really quick that can help you later on. Definitely helping with your time management. You can get a planner or something or a calendar that can help you with your time, when you should be studying and what homework, and then balancing that around your school classes and your work schedule. So definitely setting up a time frame of when you can get certain homework done, and probably in advance, so that way you're not cramming at the last second.
Okay.
Again, online, try to find at least 5 jobs that offer just the bachelor's degree in psychology, and then maybe find some that really interest you and apply to them. Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, but I do feel good knowing about there's jobs out there with just a bachelor's degree that I could possibly be interested in. And I did realize that I really don't use my weekends to do homework. I just go out, so I feel like the last month I should really try my hardest and use those weekends to focus more on school and on my class that I'm on the cusp of failing.
Okay. I know a lot of kids use Sunday as like their day to study. Maybe you could use a maybe like Friday or Saturday, maybe just doing at least a couple hours, and then be able to go out and have your social life as well. So yeah, try to block out some sometimes on the weekends, just a couple hours. Getting up, starting your day earlier will help too, so you're not sleeping in all day and wasting the day away. That'll help. So yeah, do you have any other questions?
No,